In this video, we're going to find out the power required for climbing a ladder. So the question asks how many watts of power, so watt means that's the unit of power, are generated or required in case if 100 kilogram person climbs a 20-meter ladder in 5 seconds. So all the numbers are given here. The numbers given are the mass of the object is 100 kilogram. The height that you're going to climb is 20 meter and the time is 10 seconds. And here I'm also choosing this value. G is 10 meter per second squared, and this is acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth or close to the surface of the earth. So what is power? How are we going to calculate the power? What information we need to calculate the power, or what concept we need to understand to calculate the power? The power simply means the work or the energy divided by the time. The energy divided by the time. So you see, if we do the same amount of energy in a smaller amount of time, that means we require more power. Okay, so for example, this 100 kilogram person climbs a 20-meter ladder in 5 seconds. Now let's say you climb 100 kilogram, your mass is 100 kilogram, and you're also going to climb 20 meter, but you're going to do in just 1 second. Then you need 5 times more power, because you're going to do the same amount of work or same amount of energy, but you're going to do it in a smaller time. If you're going to finish the job in a smaller time, that means you have more power. Okay, the same energy, but requires a small amount of time or in a smaller time interval. That means you have more power. So now the next question is, how are we going to calculate the energy? So here the person is going to climb up a ladder. So let's say this is the ladder here. That's a ladder. I'm just making up a ladder here. Let's say. And then if you climb up, let's call the height of this one is h. Then all we need to understand, if you're working against the gravity, climbing up the ladder means you're working against the gravity. Gravity is pulling down and you are climbing up, so you have to work against the gravity. In that case, the gravitational potential energy is given by this equation here, mgh. And how do we understand this mgh? All you need to understand is this way. So let me draw another picture here. Now let's say this is you or any object. Okay, what is the direction of the weight, or in which direction the earth is pulling you? The earth is all the time pulls you down, correct? By how much force? The force with which the earth pulls you down is given by mg. That's the force. And then you climbing up. Let's say you move up to this distance, and the height here is h. Then the amount of work is force times the distance, and the force here is mg, and the distance here is h, and that is the work done here. And this work done here we call as a gravitational potential energy, because it will be stored in your body as a potential energy. Okay, so now you have to remember this one. The gravitational potential energy is mgh. So let's find out all the values here. M is 100 kilogram, g value is 10. Just for making calculation easier, we have chosen g to be 10. You can write down 9.81. That will be perfectly fine. And height is 20 meter, and this is 2000 joule. So remember, energy does not depend upon the time, okay, but the power does. So now if I have to calculate the power is defined as energy per unit time, and energy is 2000, and the time is 5 seconds. So if you do the math, you'll get 400 joule per second, or we call as a joule per second as watt. So 400 watt. So the power again is related with the time. If you complete the same amount of work in a smaller time, you need more power. So this is it from this video. If you have any question, confusion, write down in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.